Born, build or destroy. God, equality, power, culture, understanding, wisdom, knowledge, cipher. Get excited.
What up, y'all? How you feel? How you feel? It's Merch Life J, motivational, inspirational speaker for parentpreneurs across the globe. This is Motivision, episode 38, man, where we bring life to the dead through knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, establishing the original man's rightful place as the dominant society in this universe, starting with planet Earth, man. And we got an amazing guest today, man. We got an amazing guest. I'm gonna bring you on, man. And y'all should already know who it is. Y'all should already know who it is. Can you introduce yourself, my good sir?
Peace and blessings, everybody. What up? It is none other than your man, YoungKhanThaDon.
Yes, sir.
Entrepreneur extraordinaire, hood
Yes,
specialist, hustler from who got it out the mud the long way.
Yes, sir. Oh man, he does so many things, man. When it comes to music, content creation, he got like 12,000 followers on the gram, man. It's nothing. I think he's like an 8-time author. It's nothing that I can say that this man don't do, man. I'm so happy to have you here, man. Thank you for coming, man. Thank you.
Man, I'm happy to be here. I apologize for the late notice. I stay up all night. I didn't even see the alert. We supposed to go a little earlier, but yeah. I'm at your disposal for whatever time you need me. And if we need to do a part 2, we can do that as well. It don't even matter. Let's go.
Yes, sir. So the first thing I want to ask, how long, because you in so many different businesses, so many different avenues. I wanted to ask for the people that don't know, how long have you been hustling? How long have you been getting it out the mud, doing for self as a black man in America? How long have you been doing for self?
I have been doing that now for approximately 31 years. 31 years.
31 years, man. I'm telling you, man. Listen, this is a veteran right here. Y'all don't understand this. You know how much I done learned from this guy, and I done known you maybe 8 months, maybe. I don't even know. But listen, man. So how do you keep? What makes you keep going when times get hard? Like, what makes you? How do you last? Because a lot of people give up. How did you not give up?
Well, that's a good question. I would say the first thing is you gotta have the love. Mm-hmm. Love, and secondly, you gotta have the discipline.
Mm.
In addition to the love and the discipline, you need a reason.
Mm.
And so your reason for doing what you do, your motive, you got Motivision in your show. So yes, at the beginning of Motivision, you got motive and your ability to see. If you can see why you started and you can see where you want to end up, you can stay the course. That don't mean it won't be pitfalls, ups and downs, challenges and obstacles. But if your motive is right, your motive is why you do what you do. Mm-hmm. So the motive is not just for me. The motive is for my family. The motive is for my people. The motive is to establish something that will live beyond where I am. And in order to do that, it's going to take pain and suffering. It's like working out at the gym. Everybody want muscles, but don't nobody want to work out.
Everybody want to die, or everybody want to go to heaven, but don't nobody want to die.
Come on, man. If you're willing to pay the price, you can get whatever you want. You just know that there is a price attached to every opportunity, and it all depends on how much you're willing to pay.
Yes.
So me, when I see something that I want, when I see a goal that I have, something that I want to accomplish, I consider the cost. Like a good book I read called The Bible says, consider the cost if you're going to build. Once you figure out what it's going to cost, you got to ask yourself, am I willing to pay that? And if you're willing to pay it, then it's only a matter of time before you got it.
Only a matter of time, man. So that's an excellent answer. I couldn't have answered that better. So what about opportunity? Is it that you can? How do you see opportunity versus something that's not too good for you to do? Like, how do you, as an entrepreneur, how do you determine when it's time to go for something versus when you should chill and keep doing what you're already doing? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question. And for me, I'm going to tell you something that I learned from a brother who mentored me. He's legendary in the underground rap game. He goes by the name of JT, the Bigger Figure. Some call him Fig Panamera, off the West Coast. He was he produced Master P's first album from top to bottom, his entire album.
Yes,
he was one of the youngest CEOs at that time with a company called Get Low Records. He was the one who initially signed the artist, The Game. The Game was signed to him. So he's always been in the underground scene, getting it how he lived, out of the independent route. And he told me one time, he said, Khan, he said, I know you want the Bugattis, I know you want the Lamborghinis, and I know you want the condominiums, and I know you want to be looking off the water. He said, all of that's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And you should have that. And you deserve that. He said, but what I want you to do is I want you to focus on what is just within arm's reach. What do you have the ability to where if you just stretch your arm a little bit further, you can get it? He said, yeah, get that. And then after you get that, see what else is just beyond arm's reach and get that.
Powerful.
And by the time you look back, you did a whole lot of getting and a whole lot of grabbing, and you will look up and you got it all. But if you just focus on what is just beyond your grasp, it's not too unrealistic for you to accomplish. So you know you could do another book. You know you could do 2 more books. You know you could teach 2 more classes. You know you could do 5 more push-ups. Now 500 push-ups, that might be a stretch. But don't worry about the 500, just knock the 5 out.
Yes, sir.
And so they said it like this: inch by inch, everything is a cinch. So that's the way that you do it. And then how do you spot those opportunities? First of all, you got to have a clear understanding of what you want. Napoleon Hill said that 98 out of every 100 people, that's a lot of people, y'all. I'm going to say that one more time. 98 out of every 100 people alive on the planet Earth do not know what they want. Just think about it. So that's the problem. We talked about it in class a little bit last night, dealing with the drifters, right? So if you're drifting along in life because you don't have a clear destination, then you can never accomplish what you have not set out to get done in the first place. You can't hit a target that you can't see. So it all starts with, what do you want? Whether that's a woman, whether it's a family, whether it's a car, whether it's a certain financial amount, you must define clearly what it is you want. Anthony Robbins called it the ultimate success formula. Number 1, you got to know your outcome. What do you want? If you don't know that, you already done before you start.
That's facts, man. That's a great, oh my God, yo, I told y'all.
Oh yeah, this gonna be bars. This gonna be a bar fest right here.
I told you y'all wasn't ready, man.
Hey, first, this is all jury alerts right here. Whenever I'm gonna drop something on you, I'm gonna say jury alert. Yeah, jury alert. So the first thing you gotta do, you gotta know what it is you want. The second thing, after knowing what you want, is you gotta take massive action. You got to go all out immediately. You got to say, what can I do right now in this very moment that will get me one step closer to where I'm trying to go? It could be reading a book. It could be Googling something, right? It could be going to a YouTube tutorial. It could be asking somebody. It could be making a phone call. It could be getting out of your house and taking the first few walks around the track. What can you do right now? Take massive action. That's step 2. Step 3, you have to, Anthony Robbins said, you have to develop sensory acuity. Sensory acuity. What does that mean in hood terms? You got to pay attention to what works and what don't work. You got to pay attention to, is this working for me? Is it not working? Sensory. Can you sense if it's working? Acuity means if something is acute, it's a sharp pain. So you got to be sharp enough to recognize, is this leading me where I'm trying to go? Once you have developed sensory acuity, you go to step 4, which is to change your approach until you get what you want. If you follow those 4 steps, know your outcome, take massive action, develop sensory acuity, and change your approach until you get what you want. There's nothing that you can't achieve. And I don't care who it is, anybody that's great in this life, I will show you in their life this consistent pattern of these 4 steps. And I learned that from Anthony Robbins. Shout out to Anthony Robbins, man, in his book, Unlimited Power.
You already know. Shout out Tony Robbins, man. That's my guy, man. He cursed a lot, but that's my guy, man.
If him cursing gets him closer to where he's trying to go.
Yes, exactly.
See, that's the sensory acuity. He cusses because sometimes a cuss word may make you uncomfortable. It may jar you out of your safe space. But all of us use profanity in our head. Whether it comes out of our mouth or not, we all have those frustrating moments. And sometimes a profane word here or there is the most accurate thing that you could say to describe where you are at any particular moment.
Yup. Or to get the attention of the specific audience. Because when I'm talking to younger people, I don't try not to curse. Like if I'm speaking in the tribe call, I have to actually make myself not curse because I'm used to cursing. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with that, man. Oh, but speaking of class, speaking of the tribe, man. So about the tribe, what would you say? Because you were already YoungKhanThaDon before I met you, before you came into the tribe. What would you say? How would you say the tribe affected you personally in business? And let's talk about that affiliate check, man. We gotta address that because that's crazy. That's insane. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna let you take the floor with that.
Well, with the ABS tribe, ABS stands for assets before splurging. So that already got my attention right there. Just the initials of what ABS stands for. Assets before splurging. And a lot of us, we don't understand that the key to gaining wealth is to accumulate assets. And what is an asset? We know that an asset is anything or anyone that brings money in your pocket or brings a positive, productive result in your life.
Yes, sir.
That's an asset. And the only way you can get wealthy is by the accumulation of assets. But most of us live in a world of liabilities. Oh yeah, you're sleeping with the wrong person. Oh yeah, you get the wrong baby mama, you got a lifelong liability.
Right.
You got the wrong husband or the wrong wife, right? You're working at the wrong job. Anything that robs you of the spirit and robs you of the finances and robs you of the opportunity to be the best you that you could possibly be, that, my friends, is a liability.
Yes,
so
sir.
The name Assets Before Splurging got me right there. And I heard Brother Jake Taylor Jacobs, the great, I call him the doctor. See, I knew he was a doctor, and he just recently got his honorary PhD.
Yup, got that PhD, man.
I call him a doctor. Why? Because he was able to assess our financial condition. And he discovered that many of us have financial cancer.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. Some of us are in the 4th stage right now. We're swimming upside down, drowning in debt, and we don't see a way out. And we don't have long for a life expectancy to live because we are smothered and drowning in debt, trying to live a life that is beyond our means or that we cannot currently afford. So once he was able to effectively diagnose our condition, he was also able to give us a prescription that if we took this prescription, our cancer could go into remission.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, he could give us a collegiate style chemotherapy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he could begin to break down with the right kind of reading, the reading radiation, right? He could shoot us with the seeds of greatness and begin to help us to heal from this cancer. So once he started talking about that, how to acknowledge and diagnose and find out what stage of cancer you were in and give us the financial literacy, give us the tools that we need to get up out of this condition that debt and ignorance and slavery and suffering have put us in. I said, oh, that's my man right there. Yeah, where do I sign up? So I got involved with the private banking blueprint. And then I met his partner. I already knew his partner, Brother Ben X. But it wasn't Brother Ben X that brought me through the door. It was listening to Brother Jake initially with the private banking blueprint. Then I got the digital real estate programmed by the great brother BNX. I call him the digital god. Oh yeah, man, he's the god of the digital world. That's whether you know it or not. If you don't know brother BNX, man, you need to get acquainted.
Yes, shout out brother Ben. You already know.
So those brothers got together and they had the company ABS Institute. So I knew that as an entrepreneur out here living off the land, doing what I knew how to do to get it like I knew how to get it, I figured that there was something that I was missing because the world is now living online. We see it more than ever in the midst of this pandemic. Things will never go back to how they once were because now everything is moving 50 times faster.
Yep.
And if you're not able to adapt with the technology, if you're not able to live and exist in the digital space, you will become a thing of the past. No matter how great you were. Yeah, I know you knocked a lot of people out when you was on the street. I know you sold a lot of this and you did a lot of that when you was out there. But guess what? Now it's all automated. Now it's all digitized. Or in the words of brother 19 Keys, you got to go from the slave ship to ownership. Then you got to go from ownership to rulership. Then you got to go from rulership to the mothership. And I told brother Keys, I think you need to add one more ship. And this might be one of the most important ships of all of the ships that you got to go through. And that's the right relationship.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got to connect with the right tribe. You got to have the right family in your life. You got to have the right people supporting you as you go on your great odyssey to uncover and discover what it is your purpose is in this life. We go right back to the statement at the top of what we started on, which was 98% of us don't even know what we want to do. So you got to figure that out, family. And when I found out that this ABS Institute would be able to help me on a financial scale, it would give me the education. It would show me how to automate and upscale what I was doing offline. It would show me how to get some of that digital money. Oh, yeah, it would show me how to get some of that online living. It would show me how to connect and be able to reach hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands and maybe even millions of people right from the privacy of my own living room, right from sitting inside a car, right from while I was walking out taking a job. Oh, yeah, because you can't collect until you know how to connect. You can't collect until you know how to connect. That was jury alert right there.
Fire right there. He said
if you want to collect, you got to know how to connect.
Ooh, that's fire. Yes, sir.
So I felt that these brothers were giving me the tools that I needed to digitally collect and to connect. But there was a learning barrier because you got to learn the technology.
Yeah.
You got to learn the language. You got to learn the practical applications. You got to learn how to live in a digital space. For all your old school people that might be listening, I say we've been living a Fred Flintstone life. Oh yeah, we had a bedrock house, working a bedrock job.
You got a sound for that too.
Coming home to the cave, right? And you got little what's the little baby dinosaur? Dino coming, knocking you down. You got Wilma making you your lunchbox. And then you look up in the sky and you see this spark, this flash of light go across the sky. You don't know what it was up there, but you knew it wasn't the sun. Meanwhile, for those that are younger, that spark that you saw go across the sky, that was another family that was up there. That wasn't Fred Flintstone. Oh, that was the Jetsons.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, you had Elroy. Yeah, you had the mechanical dog. Yeah, they up there living a spaced out life while you down here in the bedrock world. So I said, man, how can I get up there? That's where I want to go because everything is so much faster. Even in Star Trek, right? You had the Starship Enterprise. Yeah, they could say, beam me up. You could go here. You could go there. Captain's Law, Stargate 25. Yeah, he could go on. He could talk on his watch. Right now, we in that reality now. Now it's not a television show. But guess what? They got more to come. They got virtual reality. They got spatial reality. They have augmented reality. Where you got holograms that come up on the table and talk to you like on Mission Impossible, where they tell you this message will self-destruct in 2 or 3 seconds.
Like
so these are the things. We got NFTs now. We got digital currency. So we're learning all of these facets of life that if we don't adopt or adapt, then we will be smothered in the rubble of stones and relics of the past. So I say, not me. My name is YoungKhanThaDon, not OldKhanThaDon. Oh,
Yes,
yeah, I'm YoungKhanThaDon. Even though I've been doing this for a while, I got to stay quick thinking, fast moving, right on down to the modern times. Because yesterday's keys don't work in today's locks.
Ooh, let me hey man, listen.
Alert, man. Come on, I got that from the Honorable Louis Farrakhan.
Oh my God.
He said yesterday's keys, merch, don't work in today's locks. And our children, their brains, their minds are so much faster. They grew up in a world of computers and the internet. They never heard a dial tone before.
Nope.
They never saw where you had to go stand in a glass box with a quarter and a dime and put it in there and then dial somebody's number.
I'm about to be 30. I ain't never seen one of them.
Inside this glass box on the corner. For y'all that don't know what I'm talking about, it's called a payphone. You can only pay a quarter or 35 cents at a time to talk to somebody. Now your phone can be in the bed with you. TV can be in the bed with you. Your email is in the bed with you. Your video game is in the bed. Netflix is in the bed with you.
Right in the bed.
Everything is in the bed, which all the stuff you ain't got no business doing is right there in the palm of your hand. I call it, if you don't use it right, I call it a WMD. It's a weapon of mass distraction. Not mass destruction. It's a weapon of mass distraction.
Another one.
Come on, another. DJ Khaled, man, said we the best. But you're sitting online and you're just scrolling.
Yes.
You're scrolling through the hood. Yeah, you're watching everybody else's life instead of building your own life. And the more you watch somebody else's life, the more depressed you become with your own life. Because you seeing what looks like the best of everything, but you don't know that 80% of what you're looking at on the internet is fake news.
Fake anyway.
Yeah. See, you don't know you're looking at fake news.
Exactly.
The breast is fake. The hair is fake. Right? The car ain't theirs. The jewelry is not real.
The eyebrows ain't real.
Look,
you probably gotta get a woman.
Money. You could just buy money that look like it's a lot of $100 bills, but the money is fake.
Right on Amazon, $3.
So you watching a fake life and you comparing it to your real life. And you saying, man, I want to live a fake life, but you don't know it's fake. So that's how I connected with Brother Ben and Brother Jake. I said, man, I need to know how to make my real life more real.
Yes,
so I became a student, and they told me, Brother Khan, did you know you could be an affiliate? I said, affiliate. I heard that word before. I heard that on the street where they say, are you in this gang? You say, no, but I'm affiliated.
Yeah.
Affiliate just means you connected.
Yep.
You might not be a Crip or a Blood, but you hang around so many Crips and Bloods, you are considered to be one yourself. So even though I'm a student in the ABS tribe, I'm a student in digital real estate, I'm a student in BWO, Bridge and Wealth Opportunities to recreate and develop and upscale a Black world order. Do I know everything? Absolutely not. But guess what, y'all? I'm affiliated. Oh, yeah, I'm connected with the founders.
You know somebody.
I'm tapped into the source. So if you want to get tapped into the source, you got to come through me and I can plug you. Shout out to my man, Sir Stallion, the business plug. I can plug you. There's power in being the plug. Y'all know how that is on the street. Can I just talk to the street people for a minute?
Yes, sir.
Y'all know how it is when you was out there in the game and you needed to find that stuff that everybody wanted. You called it, you needed to find the plug. See, that's all an affiliate is. An affiliate is the plug. And what does the plug do? A plug plugs you in to the power source.
Yes, sir.
And as a result of plugging you into the power source, the plug gets compensation.
Yeah.
Right? So if I plug you into the ABS tribe then turns and says, Brother Khan, we appreciate you bringing us business, so we're going to compensate you. Yeah. I said, wait a minute, that's all I got to do is plug them in.
Ooh, this is a good book, man. It's a good book. Oh, what's up, man? How you feel? It's Merch Life J. Listen, man, you've been talking about writing this book for years. You need to stop playing and you need to get it done. Establish the residual income for you and your family today, man. Go to IamTheAuthor.org right now and sign up for that class. It's very affordable and you're going to learn more and pay less. Get excited.
Born, build or destroy. God, equality, power, culture, understanding, wisdom, knowledge, cipher. Get excited.